Good afternoon, gamers. This is the reise and the giant mashed together retrospective, baby. Let's get into this. Reise, how do we put this plain and simple? This was the most important map in Call of Duty Zombies history. For one simple thing. Pack-a-punch. Think of it. Before this, you had Nocturne Totem laying the foundation. First zombies map, the grandfather of zombies. After this, you had Verrect, adding the perks and traps that carried forward into every zombies map afterwards. After that, Shino Numa, characters, ultimate characters I should say, and the Wonder Waff. After that, all these mechanics put all together into one cohesive whole. And that cohesive whole was called reise. Before reise, your weapons would drop off extremely fast, because there was no way to make them any better. But with the addition of the pack-a-punch, you were able to propel yourself into, like, unbelievably further rounds. The rounds, every weapon had a chance with pack-a-punch, except for the Springfield. I don't even think you can pack-a-punch the Springfield, but if you could, it would probably become the most unbearable piece of shit in the entire world. This map was the shit at the time. This was the reason to buy a DLC. Before this, you didn't really have a reason to buy a DLC. They were kind of just add-ons. People treated them as such, and people really only cared about the multiplayer. But with the addition of reise, people cared about zombies more than multiplayer for the DLC packs, which was the first time that zombies were propelled into the mainstream like that. It quickly became the most important Treyarch mode of all time. And without this, I am convinced zombies would never, ever, ever, ever be the same. reise has got to be the second most iconic map of all time. We will get to the first soon. I think you all know what it is. It's the greatest map of all time. Black Ops 1. But this map, sitting in the catwalk with your friends, putting down hundreds of bouncing betties, letting them take the brute of the attack if you couldn't stand it any longer, sitting up there with your friends. This map was the perfect co-op map. I don't know any other map that had a better co-op. Also, the Flytrap Easter egg was the first Easter egg in any zombies map. It might not have been much, but it was close to home, and it hit us hard. This simple little thing where you shoot this, like, a couple things with a pack-a-punch weapon to see the perks spiral up and out. This was the greatest innovation. The amount of theories that came out of this after that was just insane. The Hitler boss fight, making zombies harder after that, making zombies easier. There were so many weird and unsettling theories about this map because of the atmosphere. This was set at the Group 935 facility, where Element 115 was harnessed to create zombies, the teleporters that you see on the map, the Wonder Waff, ray gun, basically everything. The monkey bombs, I should say. And the giant expanded upon everything that reise did, and honestly, it made it better. It added the Black Ops 3 mechanics with double pack, gobblegums, and it really laid the foundation for the Black Ops 3 story. It was an add-on to Black Ops 3 as a $5 map pack on launch, and honestly, I think more people play this than Shadows 2. It was so much easier to get on than Shadows. Was hated on launch for being too complicated. This was the map to play. And it started the story more than Shadows did. Shadows was kind of its own thing that laid down kind of the groundwork. But this was what kicked off the story, gave it the real kick in the ass to get it going. Like, come on, get up, get up. But this map, it's good. Ski weather. The perks obviously came back. Everything came back. There's a few problems with this map, Wonder Waff stealing your jug, fixing the giant. The atmosphere is very dark and gloomy, obviously, because it's at the Group 935 facility, inspired by real Nazi events at Die Glocke. which is completely insane. They also factored in the Illuminati. This was back when zombies cared about real-world events, and they put it together into a terrifying mix of fakeness and reality. It was quite a great map, the Giant. And obviously Duri's. I think that the Giant slightly edges it out just because of the amount of glitches. Duri's is obviously more iconic as it came back in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3 as the Giant. But here's an interesting and terrifying fact. Black Ops 3 was 9 years ago. There hasn't been the Giant, or Reise, or whatever you want to call it, in 9 years. Treyarch, come on, bring back the old maps and zombies. You do it with multiplayer so unbelievably much. Why not zombies? In zombies it matters more because the mechanics changed so drastically. And you can make them so much better by changing one thing in zombies. Zombies became the #1 mode after this. For Treyarch, at least. Obviously not in Call of Duty as a whole. But it really hit the mainstream and it became its own little subset instead of being a part of a campaign, if you know what I mean. But obviously, every zombie map has its problems. Except for this one. The layout, perfection. The zombie spawns, perfection. The early rounds, amazing. Late rounds, amazing. Wonderwolf carrying you. Not really under Reese, but on the Giant, you bet your ass. Everything about this map screams iconicism. It screams, play me. It screams, zombies is the greatest mode of all time. I don't know what else there is to say about Darius. This map was just the shit. Brought back Ultimus, brought back Wonderwolf. It kind of culminated everything together, and then shoved its fat mess of all that into the Pack-a-Munch machine to make it even greater, to upgrade it beyond our wildest expectations. And this is why Darius is a 9 out of 10 in my books. 10 out of 10 for iconicism. The Pack-a-Punch camo with the little engravings. So many theories. So many theories about this map. And if you're wondering and guessing and not understanding what's happening in the map, I honestly think that makes the map 10 times better. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was Black Folk on Crack Factor. Remember to like and sub. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
I'ma try it out. I'ma try it.